If you ever find out that your husband's side chick is more beautiful than you, that is basically telling you need to step up and brush yourself up.
Some of these men, they are complaining that, these women, they tie wrapper in the chest and they stay at home. You understand?
Mhm.
This wrapper they tie in the
That's
chest.
that's the kind
And
of
then this married men, the
Tho-
side chick always looks sexy at home.
you see the problem that you guys have as men.
Some married men, they don't care about their wife's emotions. They don't care about how the wife feel. Maybe because they are running after money, running after contract and all that, trying to keep the family running, trying to make ends meet. What do you say to such men?
Unfortunately, we have many men like that in African country. I really want our men to know that because you are the breadwinner doesn't mean that that's where your job finishes.
Some men believe that all they need to do in the family is to drop money for the wife. My wife, take this money. So, guys, welcome back to the podcast today. I have our regular guest now in the house, always Lady Ola. I like to bring out the show because you guys have always shown interest in our podcast a lot. We thank you for supporting us and we beg you to continue to support us. Please, if this is your first time coming across our podcast, like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe to the channels. And guys, please support Lady Ola's channel also on TikTok at Lady Ola. Lady Ola on TikTok, Lady Ola. On Instagram,
I'm
I'm
Smokey.
Smopies. I'm Smopies. And on YouTube, Smopies World. So, guys, go follow all her social media platform. And if you have any questions, you can send her a DM. You can drop your questions on her comment section. You can send her a DM and she will respond to you guys. She will respond to you, I assure you. Lady Ola, thank you for coming. We always appreciate you when we see you here in the studio because we know it's not easy to have you. So thank you so much for coming. But today I want to start this podcast by dropping some questions to you one by one.
Okay.
My first question I want to ask is before we had a podcast when you said being divorced is not fun.
Mm.
And we talked about it from the woman's side,
Mm.
how it affects a woman, what the woman goes through. But today I want to look at it. Does it mean that men don't go through anything when there's a divorce? Like, is it only the woman that suffers divorce? The men don't suffer divorce from the effect of divorce?
Right. Thank you for having me back here. That's a question that I've had a lot of people asking me. And I've also had men, sending me message, telling me their stories about what they had to go through uh, in divorce. It's not only women that this thing affects when we get divorced. Especially if the man has invested so much in that marriage and the woman was not she wasn't really what he wanted, or uh, as much as he tried, it didn't work out. I feel that men also do, it does affect them, divorce affect them, but the way men handle it, the way they how do I say now,
The way they manage the
the
situation.
way they manage the situation, when they always say a man cannot break, like men don't cry.
Yeah.
Men don't cry. So they kind of bury they leave it on the inside of them, which then, creates much pain. And then they start to, it generates hatred, bitterness, all that. So it, whether we believe or not, divorce also affect men in a different way. Because us women, we're emotional people. And because when we go through divorce, most of the time, the woman ends up with the children.
Yeah.
And people pay attention to us as mothers and as women more than men. Because what we don't realize is, we are these children, they've been growing together with two parents. Now we only have one parent. And the parent that we have is the feminine one.
Yeah.
So there are many fathers, many husbands who hated the word divorce, there are many men, whether you believe it, but there are many men who are sitting in a marriage that they no longer want to be for the sake of the children. I know people don't be they may not see it or believe that. There are men that I know, if I can count, I can have 5 on my fingers, that are staying in that marriage
Because of the kids.
because they don't want their children to be raised by another father. So they are weathering it. They just going with the flow. But so men also, it does affect men when divorce happen, because men, they don't usually show their emotions. They don't really talk about it.
Yeah.
They just bottle it in. So that is showing to other gender, which is us women, that it's not affecting them. It's us. And because we are the women, all right, we get more attention. So we get to, and the way, because of we're emotional people, so we people, everybody feels sorry for us. We feel sorry for ourselves, and we thought we are the only ones suffering. But there are men that are suffering more than women when there's divorce.
Certain situations when you say, sometimes, like you said, the marriage, the man might just be there.
Mm-hmm.
In as much as the situation is very bad, but it's just there because you don't want other people to raise the kids.
Yes.
But do you think that that's the right thing to do? If you are in a relationship where you're not feeling the flow, you're not feeling anything anymore, is it not better you just walk away than to just stay there because of the kids and you continue and you're not feeling anything? So that's why sometimes you see a man in a marriage, he's not sleeping with his wife, they are not lying on the same bed anymore, but they're just there. What are they there for? To me, I don't want to ask the question direct to you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think a man in such situations should stay in the marriage or he should just walk away?
Um, that's a tricky question for me, because I've always been saying to people, unless your life is in danger, there are ways that we can work out the marriage. And if he has finally come to the level where, listen, this thing is not working out, like we're just living like neighbors. Separation is not a bad thing
But not divorce.
in marriage, because sometimes separation will allow you to see each other more. It will give you the room to actually have a rethink and look at the situation. And when you are apart from each other, it gives you breathing space to actually wait. Do what am I missing? What am I not missing? There are people who have separated that they eventually come back together, and there are people who separated all the way to divorce. So for me, I won't say, I don't think divorce is the first thing or second thing that we need to jump at.
Yeah.
I think divorce thing should be the last thing. So if a man is in a marriage that is just, nothing is happening, they're not sleeping in the same room anymore and all that, seriously,
But it's just there for the kids.
it's just there for the kids.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's going to be left to that man what his choice is. But if he's my brother, and I know that he's burning out and things are not going the way he wants, he can opt out.
Yeah. But sometimes also a man can be in a marriage and the reason why the things are not going the way he expects is because he have a side chick. Sometimes men are like that also.
Mm.
He will have a wife. A man has a wife.
Mm.
His wife, maybe his wife does. Normally, everybody has a problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every human being has
every
a
marriage has its own issue.
But sometimes also because of the side chick that the man is having.
Mm-hmm.
So in every little thing his wife does, he picks it up and make it very big.
Mm.
And after some time, he say he's not feeling that marriage anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about that issue of, because if there's a third party in a marriage, there's no way that marriage will not be shaking. Because no matter what I do as a woman, I will never do that because you have somebody else that you're actually comparing me with. If you have an extramarital affairs, the one in your house, or whether it's a male or female, whoever that your partner is, you're bound to love one more than the other, because you can't love two masters. There's no way you can have two masters.
Yeah.
One will have to suffer and the other one will have to take the upper hand. So if you're a guy who have a side chick, Actually, I'm just passing time with her. We're just friends. Sometimes I just don't want to go home. I just want to hang out. That's the reason why you're having side chick. And you cannot expect your marriage to be what you want it to be. Because if you have another woman outside, how then will you see the one that is on the inside? What can that woman do that will actually satisfy you? Because I mean, I've had to deal with men that it doesn't matter how much you labor or sweat for them. They have that problem.
They
They
cannot
cannot
see
stay.
it.
They can't stay with one man, one woman.
Yeah, men are polygamous in nature. That's normal.
Yes. So if you marry a man like that, is always going to be having side chick. So if that woman knows that this is the weak point, or this is the nature, number one, that woman is not going to be comfortable from in her heart, because she's never going to be good enough, because there's always going to be a side chick. So that kind of a marriage is going to be a marriage of convenience. It's going to be a marriage of, we're in this because of the children, or we're in this because of our parents, or we're in this because of, money. We're in this because of looks. I hope I'm,
Yeah,
you get what I'm trying to say.
correct. But for a woman,
Mm-hmm.
that is married to a man,
Mm-hmm.
that is honestly, the woman is doing her very best
Mm-hmm.
in the marriage. But because of the man's side chick,
Mm-hmm.
the man cannot see the good that the wife is
Wife
doing.
is doing, yes.
And then because of that, there's always problems in that marriage.
There will always
What's
be
your
problem.
advice to such a woman?
To such a woman, I would say she should hang in there, because nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever, because it will get to a stage where that man will be tired of what he's doing, because I've lived it.
You're tired of what he's doing, like tired of the side chick,
Tired,
tired of the behavior.
tired of the side chick, tired of having to go out every time. It will not be, it won't be long. If that kind of a woman can be patient enough, she will overcome. Because I've had to deal with a man who is a lady man, like
A fine boy.
a fine boy.
Of course, fine boy is not meant for only you.
Yeah, exactly. When you
Everybody needs to enjoy fine
when
boy.
you look at my husband, you'll be like, he's a guy that every woman will want to take home.
Yeah, of course.
So in the first 5 years of our marriage, it was that issue. But I wasn't nagging. I saw it as a weakness. So I stood. Was it easy? It wasn't easy. It was painful. Sometimes you ask yourself the question, are you ever going to be good enough for this man? Are you ever going to be good enough for you? Would he ever see you? But if you're that kind of person, my sister, I want you to hang in there. And the way you deal with that kind of a man, you don't deal with him harshly. If you know how to pray, you take him to the Lord in prayer. You ask for wisdom to deal with a man like that. You ask God to give you that patience, because it requires patience. For a woman like that, you need patience. But I'm telling you, because I've lived it, so I know that it can be done. It will not be long. He will be tired. I'm telling you, he will be tired.
You know, the Gen Z woman is no longer patient. Before your time, ladies are patient. But now the women are not patient anymore. Okay. Sometimes also you see some of these problems when you see that the side chick is more beautiful than the wife. If you see the side chick is more beautiful than the wife, that will make the wife not to have sleepless night. But if the wife is more beautiful than the side chick, she'll be patient.
Okay.
But if the side chick is more beautiful than the wife, of course, the wife will know that this is going south.
Okay, let me quickly help our sister, my sister here, who is the wife now. If you ever find out that your husband's side chick is more beautiful than you, that is basically telling you need to step up and brush yourself up. Because if someone outside there is looking more elegant than you that is in the house, you don't have any excuse. You have to change the game. You have to look good, because sometimes it is us, because when that ring has been put on our finger, we forget ourselves. We give up
but
on
always
ourselves.
we cannot blame it on the women at home also, because you see, A woman that is at home,
Mm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
she has three kids. She need to take the responsibility of these three kids, take care of them, make sure they are fine. Maybe she's working. She need to
Yeah,
take care of
absolutely,
the
yes.
husband, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the side chick does not have any job.
That's
Side
right.
chick, all the side chick does is take the money from the man and go and look good. This woman has a lot of things she's thinking. She's planning how they're going to invest. She's thinking how she's going to take care of her husband,
Mm.
her parents, her kids. So a
Yes,
lot
sir.
of things are on her plate. It's not
Mhm.
time to go and fix her nails, make her long eyelashes, you know. But side chick have all the time to do that.
Okay. What I'm trying to
So if you
say.
say that the woman should step up now, should she? Are you trying to say that the woman need to stop taking care of her kids and start taking care of
No,
herself?
no,
or
no,
stop
no.
forget
That's
about
not
her
what I'm
husband?
saying. What I'm saying is, you make yourself presentable.
Okay,
You make yourself presentable. Because you have kids doesn't mean that you cannot look good.
true.
By the grace of God, I have 4 children.
Yeah, but your kids are all adults.
No,
all
they are not.
adults.
They are adults now, but they were not adults then.
Yeah.
When those were going on, I was raising my children.
Yeah, but we didn't know you that time, Lady Ola. So we wouldn't know if you are looking this good at
I'm
that
always,
time.
I'm
Unless
al-
we find out from
I'm
your
al-
husband.
yeah. Well, you should bring him. I'm always on point. That's why he married me. I'm always on point. There is no time that I don't have a dull moment. It has always been part of me. So what I'm saying is, you have to make sure that you take care of yourself.
So you have to balance it up.
You have to balance it up.
Yeah.
Children will always be children. You have to create time for yourself. You have to find time to go do your nails. You have to find time to go do your hair, because it doesn't matter what you do. Sometimes it doesn't matter how you do it, when you do it. A man that would never stay home will never stay home.
Yeah,
I'm
but you know
not
some
asking.
of these men, they are complaining that these women, they tie wrapper in the chest and they stay at home. You understand?
Mhm.
You know this wrapper they tie in the chest.
That's the kind
And
of
then this married men, the
Tho-
side chick always looks sexy at home.
you see the problem that you guys have as men
Yeah.
is that a wife that you have in your house, if she's looking the way you don't want her to look, you can always sit her down. That money that you're spending on side chick out there, you can spend it on your wife,
Correct.
and it can transform the wife to what you want her to be,
That's true.
and that will also even save you money,
Very well.
because your wife she cares so much that she will help you to manage your money, but these side chicks don't care. They just want to take your money, and they just want to do what they do, and they let you go. So I think our men need to sit back and rethink and look at these things differently. All right, because the side chick that you have, and this is okay. Now let me calm down. As a woman, let me calm down. This is one of the biggest issues that we're having today. That when a man who has a side chick is now comparing the side chick with his wife, looking at her, looking down on his wife, while you just came back from the side chick. Meanwhile, the side chick that you went to is the one, you are the one that gave her money. Like you said, the side chick doesn't have children. She has nothing to lose. She hit on you. You do whatever you have to do. You go home. So this is where the problem is. So if you are the one as a man that is creating that issue in your home, that's making the marriage not to work, we need to look at this, because marriage is 50-50. We have to work for it to work.
Yeah, but Lady Ola, there's something you need to understand.
Yes, sir.
Some men, when they correct their wife and say, babe, you were looking sexy before I married you. Now, why are you looking like this? Why you like to tie wrapper in your chest and just stay in the house like that? Why you like to rub powder in your neck? The woman will start to complain. If you don't like me again, you go. A lot of situations like this are out there, and a lot of guys can testify that a lot of women are doing that. When you tell your wife, babe, take this money, go and make your hair look good. Stop looking like this. The woman, no. I have kids and now I have a lot of things. I don't care. I want to go and wash plate. I want to go and cook. You understand?
Mhm.
And a man will think like this. Instead of me to begin to fight my wife over this situation, let me just go and get a side chick.
Let me come in right now.
Mm,
Any man that uses that so that he can go and get a side chick,
mm.
yeah, that man, no, won't do anything from beginning. Because there's nowhere when they join you together they said for better for stay. It's for better, for worse. So if you when you marry your wife, she's having your children. Now she's put on weight. Now she's so busy because nobody is helping her out. And then you want her to look the way you want. But have we checked what exactly are men doing? Are they very supportive to their wives? Is the wife doing everything? Because you can't just give me money and say, go and fix your hair. I can honestly say, okay, thank you for forgive, but if I have to go fix my hair, nobody to pick up the children from school. There are clothes to wash. There are dishes to wash. And you sit down in the living room, you put your feet on the table, you're watching TV
Or playing video game.
or playing video games. So how do where is the time?
So you're trying to say if a man will volunteer and say, okay, go and fix your hair, why I go and pick up the kids?
Yes,
And then I'll bring them back and take care of this one,
Yeah.
so you can.
So if for example, if my husband want me to, because my husband is a nail factor, like he just love his wife nails to be on point.
Yeah.
When he sees that I'm busy, he will tell me, honey, you need to make an appointment to go and do your nails. But I have to do that. No, you don't worry. I'll take care of that. You go do your nails. That's your time to be alone. And I know that he's tired of seeing my nails not nice. So since he volunteered, then I will make the appointment. I will go and do the nails. Then the things that I'm supposed to be doing at that time, it takes it over.
Yeah.
This thing is not as difficult as we make it to be. If we both come into agreement and we both help each other out, we actually the rate of divorce today it will be minimized.
Talking about the woman that got fat, according to you, because you talk about the woman just said that you got fat. So talking about the woman that got fat, a man saw a lady looking very nice shaped, good, slim, and he married her. The man has a lot of money. After some time, because this woman is now housewife, she's now married to a man that has some good money.
Mhm.
She's
Eating.
spending, enjoying, eating until she start to get fat.
Mhm.
And then when she gets very big, and the man don't like a woman like that. Of course, he saw a lot of ladies like that, but he did not marry anyone. So now, if the man decide to divorce a woman because of this situation, is it wrong or
It's very, very wrong.
how?
It's very, very wrong. You don't divorce a woman because of her weight, because of the way she looks. There are ways that the Bible says you can divorce a woman if she commits adultery.
Yeah, but the man saw that woman like this. I don't like a fat woman, lady. You cannot come and be fat in the house.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. But no, that's not a ground for divorce. What the man could do is if you see your wife getting out of shape, check her into the gym. Let her go exercise. This thing, seriously, sometimes we are not being truthful to ourselves. If you see your wife, getting weight, adding more weight, there are ways you talk to her without making her feel, because sometimes the way we present some things just crushes us. There are ways you can tell her, babe, you're actually you get some flesh for your body now. Like, what are you eating? In the mood where you are both playing, you're joking, not when you're angry. So you don't do too far. I don't feel that kind of a thing. It's not good for anyone, whether it's coming from a man or coming from a woman. We should not use a word that will bruise us. So if a man has a woman that is getting out of shape,
a woman have a man that is getting pot belly.
You can,
or a woman have a man that is getting pot belly. So it's vice versa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about my waist, should we talk about your pot belly? Because everybody has something.
So that should not be a ground for divorce.
It should not be a ground for divorce. I've seen men who their wife are when I go to gym in Nigeria, I've seen men who comes to the gym for the sake of their wives. That's a man that loves his wife dearly and he doesn't want to go and be having side chick. So he saw that the woman is getting out of shape, and then he said, because of her, I will be coming to the gym. And they've been coming to the gym together, and he's seeing results. So that there are ways that, let us not be selfish here, because sometimes, actually, most of the time, we're selfish. We only think about ourselves. We don't think about other people. That woman didn't just become fat; she started having children. Some women, when they start having children, they start putting on weight. The baby fat refuses to go. I'm looking at this at 58. Do you know how long I spent in the gym?
Yeah, but when you were having kids, you not get fat.
No, when I
Yeah,
was
because from the start you were taking care of yourself, knowing that my husband might not like a fat woman.
from the beginning,
Yeah.
I've always been on my toes.
Yes.
I've always
Some
been on
women
my
will not be on
toes.
their toes. They're just eating, drinking coffee, eating shawarma, burger, morning, night, afternoon.
And yeah, when you are busy, when you are really busy, you don't have time to be doing all that. So sometimes that is why it's difficult for housewives to keep shape, to keep their figure. It's difficult for a woman who's confined into the four walls of her home. She has to be the one cooking, she has to be the one taking care of the children. And sometimes when they are going through depression, they increase in size. When they are going through something that the anxiety or whatever they're going through that they cannot share, they gain weight.
Lady Ola, talking about women going through emotion and anxiety and all that.
Yes, sir.
Some married men, they don't care about their wife's emotion. They don't care about how the wife feel. Maybe because they are running after money, running after contract and all that, trying to keep the family running, trying to make ends meet. What do you say to such men?
Unfortunately, we have many men like that in African country. I think it's a cultural thing. I don't think it's something that just picked from somewhere. Because if we look back at our great grandfather back in maybe 2 or 3 generations away, they go to farm. All they do is provide. They think that the only thing that they owe the woman and the children is to provide. Once they provide, the rest is there's no attachment, there's no emotion. They don't do emotion. And but I feel that the world is changing, and we're in this generation where a man who is not emotionally attached to his wife are the men that you will see that they will have separate rooms, that will always want to sleep in the other room.
Yeah, but some men, not that they are not really emotionally attached to their wives, but you see, sometimes you are with your wife, you are making a call, you will have a business call to attend to, you know?
That's why you have to have a separate room.
Yeah, because sometimes your wife will be disturbing you with one or two
With
things
what?
when your head is hot, you know?
No. With what could your wife be disturbing?
No, some men, they work
That's
at
right.
home. Madam, no, serious. Some men, they work at home and they work from the office, they bring the work back home. They continue home. Okay?
Number
Some
one,
men, they
number,
have
number
working
one,
office in their
that is
bedroom.
an error right there. That is an error.
Yeah,
That is
honestly,
an
that's an
error.
error. Yeah,
It's
that's
an
what I'm
error.
saying.
You should not bring work to home. When you go to work, the work should finish at work.
Yeah.
Unless you have your own business. Even if you have your own business, when you come into your home, that should be your home. It's not a working place. So home is a home for husband, wife, and children. When you bring external thing in, you have deprived your family from the family time you're supposed to have. So if your head is hurting, so because of that, now you have to have a different room. You want to make focus, you still want to work, and your wife is not. That's a BS.
Talking about the family time, these days, a lot
Uh-huh.
of things are making marriage have problems.
Like, for example,
A man with 3 kids.
right?
You see the man is back from work. He's pressing his phone. He's in the sitting room, seated here, pressing his phone.
Mm-hmm.
His wife is seated on another location,
Mhm.
pressing her phone.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 kids are holding one phone.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no communication among family. For father to say what happened today, wife to say what happened today. Nobody's talking. That is what is going on now.
Mm.
Father, mother, everybody back from work, kids back from school, everybody's on their phone until they go to bed. Once they wake up in the morning, everybody takes their phone, they start to press their phone again
Mm-hmm.
until they go to bed again.
Mm-hmm.
This is a circle that they continue to rotate.
Right.
And this is making a lot of family to tear apart.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see this situation?
That's what social media has turned our homes into. How do they say? They say modern world. We are in the modern world now, the world of Gen Z and millennial. That's what he has turned our family on. I was this last Sunday. We came back from church and I was making the food and we sat at the table. The moment we sat at the table, my son took out his phone. Every time he's eating, he has to watch something on the phone. And he took out his phone and started watching. My daughter came on holiday and she was like, can you know, this is family time. We're having family breakfast.
Can you just take this phone away?
Can you not watch something? And then I purposely recorded that for what you just said now. We are missing out. Our families are being pulled apart because of this generation that we are in. We don't have family values anymore. We don't have family dinner anymore. We don't have family lunch anymore. We don't even go out. When we go out, listen, even when we go to restaurants, everybody's pressing their phone.
Yeah.
So nobody's talking to anybody. One of the things that is really troubling me is the fact that before you go to bed, there's no good night, good morning. Everybody say that on their phone.
Yeah.
And I mean, I want to really talk to our men. And I want to say to you, you can slash me all you want, and I'm not bothered. You can see I'm wearing my sunglasses so that I don't care. Our men are failing in that area. Men, as a man of the house, you are the head, you are the priest of that home. You should be the one putting your feet down and take responsibility and say, no, this is we're not going to do this. If you still value what we call family, because we're not just family when things are good, we're family when we come around the table. You don't get to ask me how was my day. You don't get to know what is going on in the life of the children. You don't get to ask, the wife doesn't get to ask, how was your day today? Nobody is talking to anybody. Everybody is on their phone. And that thing really is really, really getting to me.
Yeah.
So as a man, you are supposed to be the one to be leading your home. You make a rule. Nobody comes to this table. When we're eating, nobody brings phone. Nobody talking to anyone. When we are around this table, is it that, do we even have time to eat at the same time?
Even if we have the time to eat at the same time. See, when we're growing up, there's this culture that my father used to have. When my mother is making dinner, we have somebody that is teaching us. My father is teaching us because we're a lot. This is kids, we're a lot.
Yes.
When my mother is making dinner, my father is always there in the kitchen, seated in the kitchen. Though that time mobile phone was not out.
Talking.
But those things, you see that those things
talking to his wife.
Bond the family.
Mm-hmm.
When my mother is done cooking, once this food is served, everybody go and finish this dinner.
Mm-hmm.
NTA News then, it was only NTA News that was available then.
Mm-hmm.
Once my father put on this NTA News, everybody will sit down
and listen to news. Whether you like it or not.
You don't have a choice.
You.
Once you are done listening to NTA News, one by one, my father will ask everybody a question, what they said in this news. So when we are listening, we are paying attention.
Not that you're just listening. You're not just sitting down.
They're going to ask you a question. Because and if not, they're going to beat you properly.
Mm-hmm.
But now, there's this thing they call autism now. Those days, autism was not common. Now, to me, I think that delay speech now, one of the major concerns you see a mother goes to work, come back, her baby, she's not teaching how to speak. Before we teach kids how to speak. But now, the mother comes back from work, she's pressing her phone. The father comes back from work, he's pressing his phone. Everybody's on their phone. To me, I think this is causing a lot of damage now.
It is.
That's why I decided to talk about it today.
It is. It's causing more than damages. I'm telling you, it's a problem. It's a huge problem that we're not paying attention to it. We just going with the flow. If you can't join them, beat them or join them, whichever way they say it. We're just going with the flow. And nobody is slowing down to pay attention to say, what in the world is going on here? Husband and wife, we don't even talk to each other anymore. It's phone. Sometimes I will have to sit down there and be staring at my husband. Like I'm staring. Until he realizes, honey, why are you looking at me like that? I've actually been sitting down here. The TV is on. You're on your phone. It's not that I can't be on my phone. Sometimes I just feel like, we need to
keep our phone aside and then we have a conversation.
Conversation. It's so difficult these days to to just just drop a conversation in there without having to be wrestling with phone. It's this thing is actually is taking us down to the deep root of serious problem that we're not seeing. I can't communicate with my child without my child telling me I need to go and look at this. I cannot say anything. You have to compare the house. You have to compare the family. When are we going to wake up to realize? You see, and let me quickly. I remember something now. This issue of parents handing iPad or gadgets into the hand of a very young child, 2 years, 3 years old. The moment that child starts to just trouble them, they will give that child gadgets. I bet me come. Your wahala too much. Don't keep him. Just take. What they think, what they're thinking, they're fixing the problem at that moment. But what they're not realizing, they're causing a trouble for the future. Because that child would not, the brain of that child that is still growing is shut down. Because that child can only respond to what he sees on the screen.
Yeah.
Some of us, we have raised our children. Our children are growing up with gadgets. A 7-year-old is having iPhone. A 10-year-old is having 2 gadgets, iPad, and what they have. Why? And this is why we're growing apart. And that's why it's not helping when marriage now finally breaks. Those children are not going to miss a particular set of people.
Yeah.
Because they've now
companion is now the gadget.
They've now gotten used to gadgets.
Yeah.
That even when the father was there, there was we are all on our gadgets anyway. Yeah. So if you're not here now, they will just miss that man or that woman when she's not there or he is not there when they need something.
Yeah, it's true. But how can we solve that problem of giving the kids gadgets? Because you see, it's affecting me as a person also. My 3-year-old son, if I say, come, let us write something, he will start to cry. But if I give him iPad, he's happy.
Yeah, because
how can we fix that problem? Because now I know that a lot of people are having those problems.
Yeah, because whatever you see, children, they've started controlling you from the womb. If you are not on top of the game, if you don't get to be the one to put your feet down and say, I'm the one with the rules here. We will follow this. I don't care how many tantrums you throw. You will throw it, you will forget, you will give up. Then you come back to what I have to say. So it is how you raise a child. It is what you start with a child that will go a long way with the child. So if you have a child who you have been given, gadget to, and they cannot live without because that thing has turned them to be an addictive person, right? So it has become an addiction. If they don't see that screen, they will be like somebody who is on drug. They'll be throwing tantrums, and the way to stop it or to work with it, crying doesn't kill a child.
Yeah, but it will make you as the parents uncomfortable, and you will not be able to do what you want to do. So that's another challenge.
Is that
so? For example, now I need to call somebody for some business. I need to do something. Yeah, I am working on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
I just want my son to keep the iPad and write something, or But if I take the iPad, of course, he will cry. So I cannot do what I want to do.
Brother, that child is in my house, I always have a room that has a lock. I will lock that child in there. Let that child cry in there. And then you go do what you have to do. Don't come and arrest me because in England it's visa.
I wanted to sit down because in England this is not allowed.
That is child abuse. But
that is not allowed.
Thank God, I'm not in England, so you guys they can't arrest me here.
No, but anyway, I think right now a lot of kids know their right. These kids now, they know that no, mommy, you cannot do that. You cannot put me inside this room and lock me up.
You see, okay,
In our
okay.
time, my father will even tie your hand, tie your leg, and keep you there.
There are ways to deal with this generation that we're just raising when we have that issue. British people have a way of making a child to listen without shouting, without beating, without yelling. And the way that what they use is they have a way to come to make the child to do what is right by telling the child, if you do this, you get this. If you do this, if you behave for 5 minutes, you get one stick of sweet. If you behave for 10 minutes, you have a treat. So you can say that's by bribery, but that's still better because when you're doing that, you're trying to win them away from what they are used to. Before you know, you gradually introducing what is right to them,
And it become part of them.
and it become part of them. I've been telling my daughter, whenever you finally get pregnant, please, whenever you have that child, please do not raise your child with gadgets. I will go to bookshop. I will buy different books. And how do you do that? You start to read books to your child from the womb. This thing, it looks like, oh, what she's talking about, but it works. You start to read from the time that child comes out. You start to read to them. They get used to it. There are toys. I'm wondering if Toys R Us, if they still have people coming to them, because anytime I walk across Toys R Us, it's always empty. It used to be a crazy place where parents would be and be buying toys for their children.
Yeah.
But not anymore. Nobody's doing that. They are not even playing with toys anymore. They are not reading books anymore.
Yeah, because everything is on YouTube.
Because everything now is on you, but you cannot, because we don't. Oh gosh, the devil really do have plan to destroy this generation, and I really want to open the mind of parents to these things for them to understand that this is not ordinary, and we have to pay attention to that. When you don't want your children to just disturb you, because of that you're giving them gadgets, you need to find a way to put an end to that. When you're taking something from a child, you have to be able to give them something. All right. When you're taking something from them, you have to be able to, replace it with something. Whatever that something is, let it be something that will be educative. Let it be something that will benefit them. Let it be something that they will learn from. I always say to my son, this comedy, this program that you're always watching on your phone, what is the value? What is it teaching you? It's not educative. You're just laughing and laughing. I say, you're not gaining anything. You're just wasting your time. Why don't you watch something that is educative, that you can actually gain something? So if you're dealing with children like that all they know that is gadgets, you don't know how to deal with them. You have to do it gradually. You can't just stop it. You have to do it gradually, little by little. You be introducing books. Sit here. It's either you give them some chocolate or you give them some biscuits. Let's just read. When you want to do that, make sure you have books that has. Make sure that you have books that have pictures that they can actually see and they can follow. It can be done, sir. It can be done.
Some men thinks that all they need to do for a woman, though you already talked about it before, but I want you to throw more light on it so that because I want men to begin to see things differently. I don't want to look like every time the women are always. I don't want to look like every time the women are always the problem, because truly the women are not always the problem.
No.
Sometimes the women are the problem and sometimes the men are the problem. Why marriages are breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
Some men believe that all they need to do in the family is to drop money for the wife. My wife, take this money. Okay? Without supporting their wife morally. Just, babe, take money. Done. That's all my responsibility in this house. You can fix every other thing once I give you the money. What advice do you have for such men to do things differently?
I really want our men to know that because you are the breadwinner doesn't mean that that's where your job finishes. When you dropping money is not, we thank you for dropping money. Thank you for, being the provider of that home. We thank you for doing that. But when you drop money, we feel like we're just living with a neighbor. I'm talking from women now because for our women now, because when you're not supporting us, when it's all about, am I not providing for you guys? I'm working hard because of you. What else do you want from me? We want more emotional support. We want more moral support. We want your voice to be heard. We want, because sometimes you just drop, men just drop money in African setting. Let me just put it there because no, that white people, they don't usually do that. We just drop money and we expect women to just carry on from there. Some of our men don't know how their children are doing in school. Some of our men don't know where the school, okay, let me just, that may be wrong. They know where the school is, but they've only been there once. And that child has been going to school for 5 years. Some of our men don't know how their children are being fed, what they wear, how the clothes are bought, how they sleep, what they are going through, whether when they're sick or they're not sick. You just drop money, and then the rest is the woman should be running around and being the one. For me, when you just drop money, you have left everything that you're responsible for to lead that home. You have given it to the woman, because that woman now be the one running after the children, basically raising those children. Because all you're doing is just you just drop money. You think money is everything. Money is not everything. How about you supporting? How about you doing some things with your for your children? How about you taking them out? Bonding with your children. It's not everything. Go out to your mama. Go to your mama. Now leave it. See, you'll be calling your wife. Hey, whatever her name is. Please go to your mama. Those children, they don't have bond with you, because you just believe that you are the provider. Once you provide, the rest is not your business.
That provision is not good enough.
That provision is not good enough, because money cannot buy the time that you will miss out of the life of your children when they're growing with you. Money cannot buy the emotional connection that you miss. That's why many men, I'm going to say that because I've seen this thing happening. I'm irritated by it, that you're having different rooms. Daddy have his room, mommy have her room. What the heck? That kind of a thing, it happens when you start to just drop money, because you don't feel connected. And that's why our men always feel that because they drop money, that's why they go out. Because there's no connection, sir. There's no connection. Nobody, you're not being there. You're not listening. You're not asking your children what's going on. There are many girls, young girls, that has gone through abuse in the hand of men, because they didn't have a father to run to go and talk to when they get home. They only talk to their mother. Mama is everything. So I want to plead with our men. Please, let us move away from this mentality of, if I drop money, that should be enough. That should not be enough. You have a wife? I'm telling you guys now. I'm really telling you guys, and I've been saying this, it's a movement for me. If you don't become friends now, if you don't connect now, if you don't get to, enjoy each other's, attention right now, if you don't give each other attention, those children are going to grow. They're going to leave home. And then the two of you will be left. Now, you don't know what to do with each other, because those children are not there anymore. The daddy that always drop money. When you drop money now, there are no children to be talking there. Now, that woman and you're left behind. You're both left alone, don't know what to do with each other. And that's why you see our mothers, once their children start to have children, they say they want to go and do omungo. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
They say they want to go and do omungo, and some of them will go for 6 months, they won't come back home. They will say they're helping the son or the daughter raising. It's not because of that. It's not that. They're not
It's
raising.
because they don't miss the husband.
It's because there's nothing to come home to. And this is true. So it's important that we need to look at this, create the bond between the two of you, so that we can minimize this this idea of side chick and also the idea of divorce. I'm going to divorce him. I'm going to marry another woman. If you marry another woman, it's still the same you. If you are the problem, you are the problem. But there's not you can marry 10 women if you want, but it's still gonna be the same issue because you and your mentality of if I just need to drop money. We're not side chicks. We're your wives.
Guys, if you like what you're hearing here, all you need to do is to subscribe to this channel, follow this page. You don't pay money to subscribe, guys. Subscription is free, and to follow a page is also free. Follow Diaspora and You podcast, and follow Smopy World podcast. If you want to always listen to Lady Ola, go follow Smopy Worlds on YouTube. Follow Lady Ola on TikTok and
IG.
IG.
I am Smokey.
I am Smopis. So that your eyes, your marital eyes, there should be marital eyes now.
Yes, so
Yes.
marital eyes.
There should be marital eyes now. We want to begin to open people's marital eyes to avoid divorce, guys.
Yeah.
Divorce is always not
true.
a solution.
Yes.
Experience is the best teacher.
It is.
Don't let people learn from your mistake. It's better to learn from people's mistake. See you on the next episode.